TxStamping Sharon. I am bringing you a really super cute layout today using just a few pieces of paper and a fun bundle called the Painted Seasons. If you've not already subscribed to my channel, you can do so below. After you subscribe, hit that little bell. You'll be notified the next time I upload a video. I would love to hear what you think about this card, and if you like it, give me a thumbs up. If I can ever help you with any of your Stampin' Up! Supply needs, let me know. Today I'm going to be showing you two different ways to do this card, but it's the same layout. Just changing up the colors and changing up the technique just a little bit. So I'll be sharing this one with you after I'm done showing you this card. I love the Painted Season stamp set. It is such a super fun set. It is available as a bundle with the Designer Series paper, but I got to thinking, oh gosh, what happens when I run out of the paper? I better come up with some ideas of what to use without the paper, hence this card. Here are the framelits that you can purchase during the month of March that coordinates with the Painted Seasons bundle. This you get for free for celebration when you spend $100 with the paper. This you purchase. So I think it's about $28 maybe. I forget exactly. If you happen to purchase, or if you happen to get the Painted Seasons bundle during the month of March, then I have some extra special project sheets that I will send you for free. The other item I used are the stitched rectangle framelits. These have become my go-to framelits. I love these. I love all the different sizes. You can see that I cut out the Granny Apple Green with the stitch framelit, and then I cut out the Whisper White with the stitch framelit, and they just layer beautifully. First thing we're gonna do, oh, forgot to tell you, since that stamp set doesn't have any words, I pulled out All Things Thanks, and I always go for the big bold words and everything. So I'm gonna be stamping, "You are amazing." I'm gonna stamp that at the top. Whoops. And then I'm going to take the leaves from the Painted Seasons bundle, and I'm just gonna stamp a leaf like this and a leaf like this. I already cut out my flower that I stamped in Night of Navy, and of course we're gonna add that. We're gonna add that with some dimensionals. You know, when you get to the end of the dimensionals, the reason I love it is because there's no waste. Before I add that, we're going to go ahead and put these two together. And I want to show you how I did this. When I first made the card, I put the green layer on first, and then I added the white. But you have to put the bow on before you do all of that. So my bow was in my way of getting my Whisper White layer in. So I figured out another way to do it that I think is a lot easier. All right, so I just want adhesive on this top corner. So I'm gonna hold my hand here and I'm gonna come up like this. I'm just gonna place it like that. Then I'm going to put dimensionals on. Using up every bit of those dimensionals. All right, so now this layer is ready. But first, before we start putting anything together, I have a piece of Whisper White that is 5 inches by 3 3/4. I want to stamp my leaves along the edges. So when you run out of that designer series paper, you can make your own designer series background using the stamps from the set. There we go. Next, I'm going to layer that on a piece of Night of Navy. And my Night of Navy measures 4 inches by 5 1/4. That's going to layer right there. And then I have this really fun gingham. I bought it a long time ago when the occasions first came out. It's a Night of Navy, and I hadn't used it. My favorite colors when I'm looking at clothes and things like that, because I am such a brat colors kind of person, I love anything that has navy and green. I don't know, call me weird. I do like to leave my ribbon on the bolt. I just feel like I have less waste that way. Scoot that up just a little bit. And I can kind of play with my bow and get it the way I want it. Now, how many of you noticed that my bow is upside down? Does that ever happen to you? It's not really, because all I have to do is this, and then just slide it over to the other side, because I wanted it on the left. However, the way my bow is going, it's going to be a little tricky, so I'm going to keep playing with it. There we go. We got it straightened up a little bit, and then I'm just going to slide it just a little bit more. And then I'm going to bring this layer in. And then I can just kind of push that bow where I want it. Actually, I kind of like it like that. There we go. Kind of move it. You can kind of move the bow, because the bow isn't stuck down. See how I can move it? I can scoot it down a little bit. There we go. Now I can add my flower. All right, all we have to do now is add it to our card base. My card base measures 4 1/4 by 11 inches, and I scored it at 5 1/2. And the last thing I want to do is I want to do some more stamping on this piece. And I just thought, how sweet just to put a few leaves in the bottom corner. This is Whisper White that measures 4 inches by 5 1/4. Oops. Isn't that adorable? Now let me show you the difference in this card, all right? So this card, I just stamped directly onto the paper and I used a mask. So let me do that for you now. All right, so we're going to stamp our flower this time, about right in the middle. And then I made a mask. Using Post-it notes and the Framelit. I just cut it out with the Framelit and I made sure that I caught some of the Post-it note sticky part. And then what I want to do, what I figured out is I need to, let me put this down and you'll see what I'm saying. Whoops. There is just a hair. I mean, such a thin amount of paper. That Post-it note is so thin. But if you can see, I've come off where you can actually see my flower. You just get better results when you do that. And then when you remove it, it comes right up against that flower. Do you see that? And then we're just going to stamp. You are amazing. Now, I did choose a different sentiment for this stamp, but it came out of this set. Thank you for making my birthday happy. And then, I mean, you could use any sentiment, any stamp. But then I just assembled the same way. I used the beautiful Berry Burst metallic ribbon. I love this ribbon. And you know, Berry Burst is one of those colors that's going to retire this year. So this ribbon will go away first part of June when the new catalog comes out. So if you love this ribbon like I do, oh, you got to get it now. All right, guys, which one do you think? Which one do you like the best? I love them both, but I'm such a nut of navy and bright green girl. Oh, love them. So which card did you like? I love them both. I love the layout. That's what I just love the most. I hope you enjoyed this video, and all I want to say is happy stamping, y'all.